Hey, Federated family, it's Tuesday, May 19th, 2020. I have a true confession for you today. On this day, 1 year ago, I was glued to my television set, watching the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I admit it, I'm a closet Anglophile. I like all the pomp and ceremony surrounding the royal events. I like the uniforms and the traditions, the sense of history. And I'm fascinated by a government, a monarchy, where one person rules an entire nation. And yes, I was a huge Princess Diana fan in the 1980s and 90s. When Harry married Meghan, the Most Reverend Dr. Michael Curry, the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church, preached the wedding sermon. And he quoted Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "We must discover the power of love, the redemptive power of love. And when we do that, we will make of this old world a new world, for love is the only way." Bishop Curry went on to add, "There's power in love. Don't underestimate it. Don't even over-sentimentalize it." He said, "There's power in love to help and heal when nothing else can. There's power in love to lift up and liberate when nothing else will. And there's power in love to show us the way to live." It reminded me of a scripture passage from Matthew's Gospel, Matthew 22, when a lawyer stood up and asked Jesus to sum up the essence of the teachings of Moses. And Jesus reached way back to the Hebrew Scriptures, to Deuteronomy and to Leviticus. And he answered, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind and all your strength. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Then, according to Matthew, Jesus added, "Of these two, love of God and love of neighbor, on these two hang all the law and all the prophets, everything that Moses wrote, everything in holy prophets, everything in Scripture, everything that God has been trying to tell the world. Love God, love your neighbors, and while you're at it, love yourself." Bishop Curry claimed that with this response, Jesus began the most revolutionary movement in human history. He said it was a movement grounded in the unconditional love of God for the world, and a movement mandating people to live that love, and in so doing to change not only their lives, but the very life of the world itself. Our world looks very different today than it did 1 year ago. Harry and Meghan are no longer part of the royal family, and our world is reeling from the coronavirus pandemic. Our nation's economy is teetering. We're staying home. School is out early. Business and churches are closed. Our anxiety is elevated. Toilet paper is a hot commodity. Hand sanitizer is worth its weight in gold. And cloth masks are more than just fashion accessories. Some days it feels like the whole world is coming undone. And as we struggle to adapt to this new world, we need to remember Bishop Curry's words. There's power in love to help and to heal when nothing else can. There's power in love to lift up and liberate when nothing else will. There's power in love to show us the way to live. The Bible tells us again and again that the love God has for us will carry us through. The love that we share with one another will ease our tensions. And the love we embody will make of this old world a new world. Because love is powerful stuff. And love heals relationships. And love makes enemies into friends. And love changes the trajectory of this old world and sets it on the course to become the new earth that God envisions. Through the prophet Jeremiah, God tells the people, "I have loved you with an everlasting love, and I have drawn you with unfailing kindness." God's love for us is so powerful and so steady that it will surely carry us through these dark days, and indeed through all of our days. And even though I have no idea what our world will look like when this pandemic finally ends, and I can't imagine what daily life will look like after COVID-19, I do know that the love we share with each other today will make this new post-pandemic world a brighter place. Jesus told his disciples, "I came that you might have life and have it abundantly." The deep love that Jesus has for us took him all the way to the cross and to the grave, and then into a new and abundant life. He came that we might have love and light and peace and joy. We've sung the song, "He Came Down," from time to time, usually during Advent. The tune is from the Cameroon in Africa. The words in the tune were arranged by John Bell from the Iona community in Scotland. And even though we usually do it during Advent, I want to sing it today as a prayer of praise and thanksgiving for the new and abundant life that we have in Jesus. He came down. Let's sing together.
He came down that we may have love. He came down that we may have love. He came down that we may have love. Hallelujah, forevermore. He came down that we may have light. He came down that we may have light. He came down that we may have light. Hallelujah, forevermore. He came down that we may have peace. He came down that we may have peace. He came down that we may have peace. Hallelujah, forevermore. He came down that we may have joy. He came down that we may have joy. He came